Okay. I'll be
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Coach Dawn Allen, and I am the CEO of Stay Sexy Wellness. And welcome to the Coach Dawn Allen podcast. And today is going to be very interesting because today I have a special guest, and her name is Tennille Stewart. And right now we're having some technical difficulties because for the first time ever, I am having difficulty with the computer where I cannot get Instagram and I cannot see her lovely face either. But we're going to try our best to do what we can and we're going to just do the best we can with what we have. So, my name is Coach John Allen, and what I do, I help middle aged individuals, who feel unseen, forgotten, and they're stressed out. And I help them to have more energy, driven, motivated by making small changes in their nutrition, in the self care, in the physical activity so they can become fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy, loving themselves from the inside out. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. Well, I want to welcome you all to episode 96, and it's called Sweet Vegan Life. Sweet Vegan Life. So, we're going to talk about vegans today. That's why I have my special guest, Tennille Stewart, because, she's going to tell you about her vegan life and why she went that way and why she went that direction. So, let's see. I'm going to wave and let's see if I can get her on here. Let's see. View. Wave. Done. I'm going to see if we can get her somewhere on one of these podcasts on Instagram, somewhere on here. We can get her on there. Let's see if we can get her on there. She's restarting her computer. So let me tell you a little bit myself and my story and how I started with this venture. Well, it started a while ago. And I got on the scale one day. I was driven to get on the scale. And the scale weighed 203 pounds. That's how much I weighed at that time. And for me, it was bad for me because I said I would never, ever, 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 ever gain that much weight or I'd never be over 200 pounds. That was not me. But that actually was me. And I was shocked because I knew that I gained weight. I knew I felt sluggish. And I knew the doctor said every every year you gain a pound or two. So I did the addition, and yes, that's about right. I gained like a nice 60 pounds. So yes, that he was about right. So I was thinking to myself, I said, Lord, what do I do? What do I do? And I immediately got a response. He said, go to computer. I went to the computer. And I'm not a really computer person. I don't like going in there forever, but I did what I was told. I found a school that resonated with what I was thinking. So I went to the school. I took the class and I finished, and now I am a integrated nutrition health coach. So that's why I'm so adamant about helping individuals lose weight. So we're trying to find Miss Tennille. Let's see. I hope that she's coming on here, but I don't know. I cannot find her. Well, I hope she's going to hear sometime tonight because she has a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic story. So I can tell you a little bit about her story. All right. All right, let's see. Her story I have here. Okay, Miss Tennille Stewart. It says, at age 19, Tennille's life changed forever. She changed forever after months of deliberated illness. She was diagnosed with lupus. I know a lot of us don't know too much about lupus. The only thing I knew about lupus was Toni Braxton had it. That's all I knew. All I knew is she had that. But now I really know somebody a real live person that I know close, right? So at 19, she was diagnosed, it says, with lupus and was told that she would not live to the age to see 30. Could you imagine someone's telling you that you will not be able to live to the age of 30? What do you do? What do you panic? Do you panic? There you go. Do you panic? Do you What do you freak out? What do you do if someone told you at 30, what do you do? Some people might lose their mind, go cray, go crazy, do binges, see the world. What do you do? What do you do? So I'm wow. I don't know. I have no idea what I would do. I have no idea. But so nearly 20 years later, she's living proof that a chronic disease is a diagnosis and not a death sentence. Amen. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to cry right there. With tears to my eyes. Ooh. Now she is a certified dietitian technician, CEO, a podcast host. Danielle helps women take control of the medical narrative, transforming confusion and discouragement into hope, healing, and empowerment. Yes, I love it. As a lupus and chronic illness leadership coach, she's on a mission to show others that thriving is possible. Yes, ma'am. Because with the right mindset, advocacy, and support, you can live beyond your limits of your diagnosis. I love it. Wow. I love it. That is a fantastic transformation. And, well, there's nothing else more I can say about that. Here she is herself, the living legend, the superwoman, the BOSS, the boss herself. You wear a cape, you know that?
I have one. I have a
cape. Walk around with a cape. Yes, that's me. Yes, I am her. I am she. That is me. I defeated death. I don't want to say like Jesus. I don't want to say like Jesus. I can't say that. But
Jesus help. Jesus definitely help.
Yes, won't he do it? Prayer works. Won't he do it? So I told them a little bit about your story, but please, you tell your story yourself. I gave a little tidbit, but tell me your story. I want to hear it from you.
Okay, so yes, you were correct. At 19, I was diagnosed with lupus, and I also had never heard of it, and at all. I had no idea what it was, and they basically gave it to me like a death sentence. It took about 8 months to diagnose me. So I was sick and not eating for about 8 months. I had gotten really skinny, really weak, and just under a lot of testing all the time. I couldn't keep any food down. I couldn't even keep water down. I was basically at that point living on Pedialyte popsicles.
Wow.
And it was really painful. And they knew what was wrong with me. And they just kept taking my blood and testing me for everything over and over and over, and taking me to different doctors, all the ologists, hematologists, everyone, cardiology, all the ologists. And, and then they finally figured out that it was lupus. They just think that it would be because I didn't have a history in my family that we knew of. And I guess at that time they didn't know much about lupus. Honestly, it's about to be 20 years later, and they still don't know that much about it.
Wow.
So, and I cried a lot when I got the diagnosis, because he said it so emphatically. He said it so certain. He's like, at this rate, it would be impossible for you to live to see 30.
Wow. So what? Sorry.
Go ahead.
So why did you think he said that? What is it like? Was it something new that no one ever lived a certain time, or they didn't have a clue solution? Why do you think he said that?
Well, in the history of his practice, he hadn't seen anybody with the severity that I had live up until 30, much less past 30.
Wow.
And for me, that's 9 years ago. I'm 39.
Wow.
So yeah.
So tell me, what did you do to get from this sick, chronic, bedridden person that's supposed to die to this vibrant, beautiful, I forgot y'all, smiles. A smile goes from ear to ear. I mean, you are a dentist dream child. So how did you come from this bedridden, trying to almost die person to this beautiful person with a beautiful smile? What transpired from there to there? What did you do to get from A to Z?
Well, at first, I really was just following the doctor's orders. I was very much, doing exactly what they said. They told me I was going to be on specific medications for my whole life, blood thinner shots, giving myself every single day. I was taking at one point 18 different medications.
Wow.
And it wasn't even, I thought that was just going to be my life. I just was following directions, because I was raised to think, just listen to the doctors, whatever they say to do that. But then
Yes,
I
ma'am.
realized that they've only been taught what they know so far, like
Mhm.
only learned what they've learned from a book. Like my human body is different than any other human body that they've ever come across.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
yeah, and I've proven it in every medical test or every reaction they thought I would have to a medication, etc. It's never exactly what they think. So eventually, I went on a 30-day green juice fast and put
Mhm.
myself into remission. And I did that because my insurance had gone out and I was going to work every day just to afford my medication for that day. And it
Mm.
was so stressful and I was just crying every day and praying and like, what
Mm.
do I do? And my friend, he was a vegan at the time, and he was like, I know somebody who says that there's a cure for lupus and this and that and the other. So he took me to this guy, the Rasta guy in the Bronx,
Mhm.
and he came up with this plan for me. I did a
Mhm.
raw food, little smoothie, well, juice
Mhm.
at that time, juice cleanse. So it was kale, celery, apples, and lemon juice, 30 days straight,
Mhm.
only that and water, nothing else. And I was in college at the time. I was working at Applebee's at the time. I was struggling, but I did
Mhm.
it. And then after that, while I was fasting, I had been like fantasizing about food, right? So I was like, I was watching a lot of YouTube and watching mukbangs, like eating shows, and
Mhm.
people I was watching were vegans. And what
Okay.
happened was at the end of my fast, at the end of 30 days, I had like a
Mhm.
menu. I had all these recipes I want to try, all these vegan recipes. And I was like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
gonna do this, I'm gonna eat that, da da da. And it just so happened that I went one full week eating only vegan food and
Okay.
didn't even choose or realize, like I just was excited
Mhm.
about these recipes. So then at the end of the week, it just clicked and I was like, I might as well just do that, right? I'll just
Right.
what I'll do. And let me tell you,
Mm.
when I got my blood work done, they
Mhm.
were amazed. They were like,
Wow.
whatever you're doing, keep doing that. Whatever it is, we don't care. Because like I told them I haven't been taking my medication for a month and I've been
Mm.
doing something different. And they were scared. But then when they saw my blood work, they were like, oh,
Mhm.
whatever you're doing, we don't care. Like, what are you doing drugs? Okay, that's fine. Just not care. So it was great. And I was like, okay, I guess this is my lifestyle. And then
Mhm.
I just kept learning more and more about veganism
Mhm.
and how our food is processed and like, this is not the 1920s. This is not like the way that the food is accessed these days
Mhm.
is scary and disgusting. So
Yes.
uh now I'm repulsed by all of it and like
Mhm.
I'll never go back and I'm fine with it. And
Mhm.
and even vegan, like 10 years ago vegan, I'll be 9 years vegan next month.
Mhm.
Um, but even from 9 years ago, there's a lot more junk food you can have. You can go to Burger King and get you a vegan burger. You can go to Chipotle
Mhm.
and get you a vegan bowl. You can go,
I know about that.
yeah, you can go everywhere. So even I noticed even within veganism, you still
Mhm.
have choices to make healthy choices, like
Mhm.
treat yourself, obviously. I'm a vegan baker. I'll treat
Mhm.
myself all the time. However, I know I feel my best when I'm eating
Mhm.
a whole foods, plant-based diet and drinking my water.
So let's put right there. Stop right there. Let's tell the people what is a vegan, what do vegan believe in, and tell them about what type of foods they do and do not eat. That way, you're talking vegan. We want to be sure everyone's clear on all the same page. If you don't mind, thank
Yeah.
you.
So vegan is to do as little harm as you can to other sentient beings in the planet. Okay. So if you realize it,
Mm-hmm.
everything you eat has
Mm-hmm.
a consequence, even vegetables, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, a vegan's basically like oath is to do the least amount of harm they can possibly do at that time. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
with it, and I think in the dictionary it says like within what is practical and feasible or something like that, where if it's impossible, if there's like
Mm-hmm.
nothing you can possibly do, yes, eat, don't die over it. However,
Right.
if you can possibly make another choice or hold off on eating until later, do that. And right now in 2025, it's completely possible.
Mm-hmm.
Vegans don't eat anything with a heartbeat or a mama. So no milk, no cheese, no any of that stuff. Um, no fish. If you eat fish, you're a pescatarian.
Right.
Yeah, and if you are a vegetarian, then you eat dairy
Dairy.
and eggs. Sometimes you
Mhm.
don't one or the other, and then so a lacto-ovo vegetarian is one that eats both. If
Mhm.
you don't eat both, then there's another name, I can't think of what it's called, but there are a bunch of classifications of vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian. All those things have names.
Right.
I eat nothing with a heartbeat or a mama. That's it.
So you are a vegan person that um has nothing to do with animals. You do not eat any animal, no animal flesh, no animal egg, nothing that produces comes from an animal.
Nope, no
So it says
secretions, no nothing.
right.
Mm-mm.
So it
I
says
got off the breast milk as a child, and that was the end.
so it says vegans are vegetarians who avoid all animal and animal derived products. That's easier to right. Because
Mhm.
I was wondering because I was getting confused between I wasn't sure the difference between vegans and vegetarians. So I realized that vegetarians do eat they do eat dairy
Mhm.
and honey and whatnot. So that's the difference. They do eat dairy where vegans do not anything to do with animals at all. Then
Right.
also I dabbled a little bit now. I did a little dabbling research. So I
Yeah.
went I went to Chipotle by accident. And I went there to eat, but I saw plant-based. I'm like, and I had a sofitas, and I did.
Yeah.
I went today, matter of fact.
It's so
And
good.
then I like cheese. I said, I like cheese, girl. So I did get some cheese. I bought the what's it called? Daya
Yeah.
brand. So I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some mozzarella and I made me
Mhm.
a grilled cheese sandwich yesterday.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
was good. And I also bought some. I got some. It's on my phone. I bought. I have a picture of it. I bought. They call it some kind of a link, and it had feta and it had some type of spinach. I didn't eat that one yet. And then
Yay.
I did buy some other ground meat. I have it on my phone, which I'm using right now, so I can't tell you what it is. But
So proud of you.
I also had this. Yesterday I had a mushroom burger.
Oh, how do
Yesterday,
you like
and it
that?
was good. It's really good. It said free of common allergies, certified vegan, cruelty free. Woman,
Yay.
it even said woman owned. I was like, okay, woman owned, and it was really good. It had a whole bunch of good ingredients. It had like a lot of good stuff. It had a lot of I think peppers,
Coach,
green
I'm
peppers.
so proud of you.
It sounded nasty, mushrooms, yuck. But you know what? It was good. I made two of
Good.
them, and my daughter ate the other one. And
Good. I'm so glad.
it says Lion's Mane mushroom burger, and it was really good. And what's good about it, they had a sale. It was buy one,
That
get
is good.
something else in the same product. So I got
Yeah.
the sources link. So I'll try that tomorrow. That sounds like pretty
Yay.
good.
I'm
And
so happy.
yeah,
That's
it
so
was good.
awesome.
See, I don't have a problem with some of it. But now I will tell you. Now I'm okay with the dairy. I'm okay with the milk because I do coconut milk anyway. What I'm gonna have problems with, I love me some fish now. I'm an island girl. When I go home to the islands, I've got to have some fish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. With the fish, it melts. So whatever that is, a pesto.
Pescatarian.
Yes, that's gonna be me. I can do everything but pescatarian.
There's a lot of good vegan replacements
that's
now. When I first went vegan, they
I'm
didn't
try it.
yeah, they have vegan salmon,
I'll
vegan
try it.
shrimp. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Pretty good. Just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. When I go home to the islands, I spend money for an airplane ticket. I'm gonna buy me real fish.
I mean, do what you do. Do what you do. I'm just giving it, recommendations if you ever
But
need.
I give it. No, I not bad, not bad. I was pleasantly surprised that
I'm so proud of you. That's so awesome.
Yeah, my daughter, she don't eat meat anyway. She doesn't eat meat. But
Okay.
now one thing that I'm not sure of, the egg thing, because I don't really eat a lot of eggs anyway. But since I've been working on gaining muscle, I have to do more and add protein. And one of the things they recommend is like 3 eggs here and 3 eggs there. So I'm working my way to eat eggs. Right now, the vegans don't eat eggs.
No,
so I don't know about what do you guys eat? Do you eat any of it? No part at all, right?
Yeah. So just clearing up the protein thing, that you can get the same amount of protein from legumes and beans
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can make it so that it looks like an egg, so it makes you comfortable. But I have some stats on my phone actually about eggs. Like, because yeah, you're getting protein, but you're also getting all that cholesterol and
That's
like
true.
it's so
Yeah.
bad for you.
Right. But I guess that's one of the main, I guess, as far as if you're a protein, if you're a meat eater, that's one of the ways to eat a lot of
Right.
protein would be eggs. So if you have another way, another option, that's fine. But
So
you have to eat, have to eat a lot of protein to gain muscle. So
I'm
guys, if you want
going
to gain
to
muscle, you have to eat a lot of protein. You got to eat pretty much your body weight in protein to gain muscle. That's one thing you have to do, eat a lot of protein. So I was just trying to figure out what,
I'm gonna give you the stats between
Sure.
scrambled tofu and scrambled eggs, okay?
Okay.
So, scrambled tofu has 104 calories. Scrambled eggs, 174 calories.
Okay.
Carbs, scrambled tofu has 3.8 grams. Scrambled eggs, 2.2. So it wins there. Protein, scrambled tofu has 12 grams versus an egg, 2.2 grams.
That's a protein?
I'm sorry, 12 grams of protein in tofu, 11.1 grams of protein in eggs. So you still
Okay.
need 1 gram saturated fat. In fat, you're getting 5.5 grams of fat in scrambled tofu. And 1.1 grams is saturated fat. So the fat, that's not great for you. Then an egg has 13.1 grams of fat and 3.8 grams of saturated fat.
Okay.
In tofu, there's 1.2 grams of fiber, which Americans are deficient in fiber so bad. And eggs have 0 fiber.
Right.
Tofu, 0 cholesterol. Eggs, 307.7 milligrams of cholesterol.
Okay.
Yeah. Tofu.
Well, send me that stats. I gotta look at that over again. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Definitely, I want to see that because I'm working on muscle and I'm trying to eat protein. I'm not even an egg eater, but I'm trying to do what I got to do. Now, Miss Lady Girl, tell us about Sweet Tea Bakery and how did you get started, ma'am? Okay. Tell us. That's fascinating. I love it.
Awesome. So I was in a network marketing company and I was on just disability and I didn't have money to go to a training. We had like big events that were out of state. I really wanted to go and I had a little team and they all wanted to go and some of them had money things going on. So we started baking, like bake sales to raise money specifically to go to these trainings. That was before I was vegan. I was doing that. Then I went vegan and everyone was like, oh, keep baking. But as a vegan, I don't want to touch that stuff anymore. I didn't want to do, whatever it had to do with animal products anymore. I don't want to use them. I don't want to sell them. I don't want to. So, and then plus my mother's a pastry chef. And my grandmother was a chef also.
Oh, wow.
And they were heartbroken that I went vegan. They're like, what do we feed you? How do I do this? My birthday cake for my whole life has been white chocolate cake with strawberry filling and buttercream for my whole life. My mother has made it in different shapes and whatever. Really cool looking cakes, but always the same flavor because that's my favorite flavor since I'm a kid. So when I went vegan, I had to figure out all those flavors again so that my mom could make me the cake because that's how she expresses love.
Oh.
It's like, send me off with like the food that she loves, right? So I just kind of was like, well, let me figure it out. And I figured it out. And my friends were like, no, you have to sell this to everyone. You can't just sell this. They like bullied me into it a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. So I started it as a real business and I've been in bakeries and coffee shops and big, huge festivals in 3 states. So yeah.
Okay, so you said you started the bakery because every year your relatives make you a cake. That's the way they show their love. So because you want to continue the tradition, you had to figure out a way how to get the same cake but vegan style so that everybody can be happy. That's a blessing. Ain't God good?
So
Because
good.
you would have even thought of that. That is
No, not
awesome.
at all. I just at that time, I just thought like, oh, I'm not eating that stuff anymore. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I'm vegan now. I don't get to eat like sweets or whatever. Like even and then I found out so much stuff is already vegan. It's just like people add dairy and stuff to it. Like chocolate is a
Mm.
plant and it
Right.
comes out vegan. People add all kinds of
Add
stuff
stuff.
to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So at first I was eating really dark chocolate, but now everybody has vegan chocolate. There's vegan Reese's. There's
Mm-hmm.
vegan like almond Hershey's bars. So
I bought some. I bought some at Walmart.
yeah,
Doesn't quite taste the same.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what
but
Hershey's.
they have it.
They're not my favorite vegan candy bar, but it's more
Mm-hmm.
accessible to everybody. You know, like I
Yes.
go out of my way to order vegan chocolates from like fancier places. But
Mm-hmm.
if I am out at like the movie theater or something, yeah, I'm gonna get the Hershey's because it's available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. That's amazing. So tell us about some of the ingredients. Sorry, tell us about some of the items you sell. Because the names you have of these items, I'm like, ooh, girl. You did not call the cookies by that name. Listen, y'all, you're gonna be like tripping. Tell us name of your goods, girl. Tell us name, please.
Okay, so my first product I ever really started with is called the Slutty Brownie.
Slutty brownie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
And what is it? What's in the brownie, please?
it is a layer of a chocolate chip cookie. Then the middle layer is an Oreo style cookie, so like a chocolate sandwich cookie. And then the top is a brownie. And they're all heart shaped, very cute. And it's not, I didn't come up with the name. That's literally like if you go on like Pinterest or
Mm-hmm.
Google, you'll see Slutty Brownies. It's like a 3-layer dessert. So it is also like a little racy. So people are like, what? Excuse me, huh? Like,
Yes. That's what I said. What did you really name it? Slutty? Ugh.
yes, they sometimes don't even notice the vegan part because they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I gotta try whatever this is, right?" And then after they try, I'm like, "Oh yeah, also it's vegan."
And then what's another item?
A s'mores cookie. That is
Mm-hmm.
a big, huge chocolate chip cookie. The middle has homemade vegan marshmallow,
Mm-hmm.
a cinnamon cookie, and then chocolate in the middle. So when you warm it up, it melts just like a s'mores would on a campfire.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I
Another
have
one.
right now. So I have apple pie cookies are another really, really
Mm-hmm.
popular one. They are basically a shortbread cookie on the outside with a
Shortbread.
lattice top. So, like the crisscross of an apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
the middle has vegan caramel and apples
I'm getting hungry right now. Wasn't it 4? Was it 4 or 5 items?
in it. On my website right now, I think. Oh, and I also have dipped slutty brownie. So like a slutty
Yep.
brownie with the chocolate coating, white
Mm-hmm.
chocolate or dark chocolate. And is that all
You have
I have?
a sorted pack or something. You get it sorted.
Yeah, so that you can just pick it like a la
Okay.
carte instead of getting like a 6-pack of anything. But I do seasonally, like on my Instagram, when I'm updating my Instagram, I do seasonally change things. So like I do a different, like a seasonal cookie or a seasonal
Mm-hmm.
cake or whatever. Into
Shaw,
the spring.
Shaw said cheesecake also.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. One year I had slutty pumpkin cheesecake,
Mm-hmm.
little heart shaped pumpkin cheesecakes, right? But then the
Mm-hmm.
middle had a vanilla sandwich cookie, and the
Oh.
bottom was a chocolate chip cookie. It was madness. It was crazy.
Mm.
Those were so fun. Oh, and I do a pumpkin cheesecake muffin. That's
Mm-hmm.
a huge crowd favorite. I do that one on a regular basis because every time I stop making them, people get mad. So that one is very good.
Making
I
me
used to
hungry
sell
now.
those in a coffee shop in Yonkers, New York.
So I'm waiting for mine, guys. She shipped mine the first time it never came. She shipped it again, and somewhere in Jacksonville, I'm waiting for it to come. Hopefully it will come tomorrow, so I can have my tea because it's making me hungry and have the munchies right now. But it's okay.
Yeah,
And then when I
sorry.
do get them, I'm gonna eat them, and then I'm gonna say how good it was, how good it tastes.
Yeah,
I
I
know
hope
it tastes good.
so.
That's gonna be good.
I
As long as
moved
they're not melted. Because
right,
it's been 80
Florida.
degrees out here, but it's
Right.
okay. So
I
tell us. I'm sorry.
live
Go
in
ahead.
Georgia now, so the mail. I don't know what's going on with the mail. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm looking to see what other kind of mail services I can get because this is not the first time that this has happened either.
What about UPS? Maybe is that more money? UPS that faster?
It depends on how much the thing weighs, but yeah, I want to figure it out because it's not going to be bad for my business. Not up in here. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, tell us how they can order some of your delicious goods from your Sweet Tea Vegan Bakery.
So I have an Instagram, which is sweet_TEEE. That's 3E and an S. And that this is probably going to pressure me to update more. I'm in Georgia, so if you want to invite me to vend at any of your events, it is springtime, so I know all the events are happening right now, which is exciting, and I could do that. Let me know. Get in my inbox. I will apply to whatever is available. And also, I have a website called Sweet Tea Vegan, and that is just sweet, the letter T, vegan, .com. And yeah, you can put in an order there. That website I've had forever, and I don't really change it much. But like, if you go on my Instagram and order things, I can customize things and make things a little different for you. But yeah. Just let me know. Let me know. I'm down to bake whenever I can for whoever I can. Just spread the vegan love and deliciousness all over.
And think about it. Mother's Day's coming up, guys. Think about that. You got Easter coming up. You got Mother's Day coming up. Just to know. Don't wait too long. Just to put it out there. Give a girl some business.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to have you on here. So how can they reach you? Talk about anything else, anything about vegan recipes, some things they may want to know, because I know that you told me about cheese and alternatives.
I brought examples, but it looks like you already got some Daiya. I looked in my fridge and I have 3 different vegan cheeses. Okay. So things are thinging here. So I have Daiya, like you had mentioned. Daiya,
that one.
Most old school cheese. Yeah, it's like one of the first ones, but they've reformulated a bunch since when I started. Because when I started, they were trash.
They have like about 10 different types of cheeses too.
Yeah, they have so many flavors. So this one is kind of new. It's made by Kraft, and this one's a provolone flavor, but they have like cheddar and all kinds of whatever. But
what does it say on it? It says not cheese. What does it say?
Yeah,
not cheese.
Yeah, the brand is not co. Oh, I'm trying to get
it. Not cheese. Interesting.
It's Kraft. They partnered together and they got that. And another one that's really good, you can get at BJ's. I think also Costco sells it. Violife. Violife is a European brand. It's been around for a long time, but it's just been in America for the past few years. But it comes. Oh, it's gonna be real.
I think they make water too. Does it make water or something?
Violife? I don't think so. It's mostly dairy product, a bunch of different kinds of fancy cheeses. Mayoko's Creamery is a very good cheese. It's like for fancy, like if you want a brie or whatever. If you live in New York, I think you said Sean is on here. If you live in New York, there is a cheese. Oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Look up vegan cheese shop, and it's a shop that is literally just vegan cheeses. And it is so fun to go into. Like every holiday, we used to do charcuterie board using like fancy vegan cheeses, like the bries and the blue cheeses and the blah blah blah. Do that. And this is something I got gifted recently, and I really actually like. Not Co again. With
Not Sausages. Who was the brand?
Yeah, Oscar Mayer. Partner with Not Co. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a sausage. They make sausages and hot dogs.
It says not plant-based sausage. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Oscar Mayer.
Sausage. It's also a not from Not Co. Gosh, not sausage. But they make regular hot dogs also. They make Oscar Mayer brand. So they make hot dogs and they make these bratwursts, and these are relatively new, but they are in my local Kroger. I think they're also in Publix. But yeah, I got those gifted to me recently, and I really like them. They're very good. Like I do processed food probably at least once a week. Like, do something fun to eat, because otherwise I go crazy. But like, there are stints that I do raw vegan for 6 weeks at a time or whatever. Like, it depends on how I'm feeling. Because like, I love to eat, but I love to feel healthy more.
No, definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. So that is something that I really do take seriously, because if something's going to be wrong with me, it's not going to be because of what I ate. It can be, fate. It can be something that was out of my control, but the things that I can control, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not doing it. Like, I've been a chubby kid my whole life. In high school, I was like 250 pounds or something. I was a big girl. I saw the
And
pictures.
how tall are you?
I'm 5'7" 3/4. I'm almost 5'8".
Oh, okay.
But I was big. I was a big girl. But I was really active in that kind of stuff. But I ate like trash, and I didn't realize it because I was a kid. You know, we ate fast food a lot. My dad was a professional boxer, so he was working out a lot. So we ate together, but he was working out all the time. So he was burning it off, and I was just
right. Got you.
So I was a really big girl, and I, went to school for nutrition because I was like, wow, I need to understand how food works. Like being sick, I couldn't eat, and then when I could eat again, I wanted to eat the right things. So I have this education and I have this experience that I want to share with my chronically ill babes, because just because you're sick doesn't mean you have to eat trash. It doesn't mean you can't be active. There are bed workouts. I literally have done yoga in my bed, HIIT workouts in my bed. Like if I can move, I'm going to move, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's 100%.
Yes, ma'am.
Learn how to walk.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Well, I enjoyed having you on here. So basically what you're trying to say as a wrap up, they tried to say that you was not going to be here forever, but you figured out a way. You learned how to eat right and learn how to find the foods that work for your body. And for you, the vegan way was the way for you. And then on top of that, the bonus was you learned you got our own sweet shop because your relative wanted you cake for your birthday, and you refused to let them be sad, and you even came with a bakery. And like, ain't life good? Ain't God good? I mean, what else can you say? Drop the mic, baby.
Yes.
Oh, well, I am so happy you came today. Smiles. And I really enjoyed spending time with you. Come back another time and tell us more of your story. But I really enjoyed you. I hope y'all all enjoyed her story and her life and about the vegan life. If you did, please drop a V. Cause I know you're gonna drop a big V, because I know you got a lot of value. She gave a lot of information about vegan life, what to eat, and how she changed her life by just eating right. Like I tell you, be fit, fine, fabulous by just putting it in, doing the right thing. I love it. I couldn't have said any better for myself. So I'm glad. I hope that you guys enjoyed this evening and learned a lot from this beautiful, beautiful, smiley woman here. And until next week, Coach Dawn Allen, and good night. And thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you so much for inviting me on. And y'all, I have a masterclass next month on the 8th.
Speak. You got time.
Yeah, register for the masterclass. I'm 100% about advocating for yourself, making sure you feel good, even if you don't feel great, like being good to yourself, speaking life into yourself. And I went from hospital beds to, stages and winning awards. So like, come on, sign up. If you're ready to feel great about yourself, within yourself, regardless of any disease that they diagnose you with, sign up to my masterclass. It's on the 8th. And the link is in all of my bios everywhere.
Oh, there you go, guys. Sign up for the masterclass. Thank you, Tennille. And thank you, everybody. Stay well and healthy with Stay Sexy Wellness. Good night for now. I think we did okay. It's still live?
Magic. Look at God.